Hello, hello, hello. My name is Azad Mardan. I'm author of a lot of books on JavaScript and Node.js, and this is a short video in which I would give you my own summaries from the ForwardJS conference, which just happened yesterday. And just to tell you right away, I couldn't attend all of the talks, but it was really amazing event. I missed the last year's, but I went there 2 years ago, and it was in a different venue. It was in the ballroom, which was kind of it was a little bit hard to navigate, and also the noise level, and it just wasn't comfortable. So I think last year they did it. They started doing it at the Holiday Inn in San Francisco, and this year it was also there. I taught two workshops. I taught one workshop on Saturday. It was on Node.js. Then I taught another workshop on React. They were pretty much all full, smart people, very enthusiastic about React and Node.js. A lot of good connections, a lot of good feedback, at least on my workshops. And the lineup of speakers, so the main event was on Wednesday, which was yesterday, and the lineup of speakers was pretty good. A lot of familiar faces. Kyle Simpson, the author of You Don't Know JS, and Brian Holt, his famous course on front-end masters about computer science. And other engineers from companies like Microsoft, IBM, Heroku, Netflix, and others. So a few of the talks that I went to, and I took some notes. So talk on serverless. So serverless and JavaScript and Node.js is they're really good combination. When you put them together, you can get something really quick, really fast, and you don't have to set up your own virtual machine, your own EC2 instance. So this talk was on how you would use Node.js with Apache OpenWhisk, which is open source, and for the cloud hosting, for the cloud computing, you would use IBM Bluemix, which is similar to Windows Azure or to AWS. The funny thing that on Tuesday, the AWS S3 was down, and the person who did this talk, Dev Evangelist at IBM, he joked a lot about that incident. But overall, OpenWhisk seems like a good technology. You can use command line tool to push your code into the cloud. The one problem that I think other serverless solutions kind of also struggling with is how would you install NPM packages there. So they have about 30 packages in the Bluemix already. If you need something more, you'd have to zip it, which is it's not great. So that's kind of one of the drawbacks. Another interesting talk was about React, and the library is called React Virtualized. So the React Virtualized deals with the problem how you would optimize large sets of data. How would you display that with React? And the pattern that this guy developer used, you would create a window and you would not render all of the DOM elements because there is a limit. I didn't even know there is a limit. In Chrome, you cannot have more than 33 million DOM elements, which is kind of huge. But if you have 35 million of records, let's say it's a chat window, that becomes a problem. In IE, the number is super small, 1.5 million. So basically, you're not going to render all the DOMs. You would just render how many you can see, and then a little bit buffer on top and below that. Web services super cool. I'll probably write a blog post on the web services and service workers. They're asynchronous technology that browsers can run in parallel to the main thread. So you can intercept fetching, you can do all kinds of cool, crazy stuff. You can do the caching. And the guy who presented, he was hilarious. So that's a short wrap up. I'm sure there were a lot of other good speakers and good presentations, but those are some of the notes that I took. And in general, good conference, good workshops. They also start doing the Swift event as well, not just the JavaScript, not just the web event. A lot of workshops on React.js. I've seen some of the Elm, which is a functional language for web, and TypeScript and Angular 2. Strong Loop, which is an IBM company, and Heroku, they were the sponsors. So definitely, if you're around the Bay Area, even if you're traveling, the tickets are pretty affordable. And if you cannot travel to the next event, which will be in Canada, and then they would do another ForwardJS in San Francisco again. Usually they do 2 events every year. So for some reason you cannot travel, it's expensive, or you have those dates committed, a lot of the workshops and talks, they're recorded, so you can just go to their website, buy a ticket. I'm not an affiliate, but I have a course there because I taught a workshop and they recorded me. So you might find my course there and other workshops video. It's a very convenient way of learning, because you can put it on pause, you can rewind it, go get a cup of tea or coffee, come back, watch it again, watch it on double the speed. You cannot do that in live environment. Okay, so this is it for ForwardJS 2017, March 2017, and thank you for watching.